Now that we have this method written, we can actually go and use it. So let's go into main and let's see what happens. Let's see out, and let's do the first dice. First dice rolled, and then we'll call it. Okay, so we're going to use my first dice, so the name of the variable, dot, and there the method comes up because this is functionality that belongs with that object, roll, and L. And let's see what that looks like when we run it. And there, it rolled a 2. Okay, that's not too interesting. My first dice was already a 2. Let's do it a few times so we see if we get some variety in this. All right, and run it again. Oh, and there we do see some variety. 2, 3, 5, 6. So we see some variety there, all within the range we expected. Let's try it with my second dice and see if we get a different range. Notice how we're doing the same thing over and over again. So I can do this with a for loop, and let's just do 10 of them. And now instead of doing the first one, let's do the second one. How do we do that? The label, we can change the label to second dice, rolled a, and now we want to call that same method, but we want to call it with a different object. So now we use my second dice to call it. All right, now we run it. It's still going to do these ones 5 times, but now it'll loop through and it'll do this one 10 times. So let's see what values we get. There we go. Look at that. We got a whole bunch of variety on the second dice. 1s, 2s, 9, 10, and second dice 10 and 6. Okay, and on our first one, again, we got a different range. Now, we haven't seen 1 in the first dice, and we haven't seen 12 in the second dice. Let's go ahead and run it and see if we're getting clear to both edges, right? We want to make sure we get the entire range. Oh, there we got a 12. And if we go up here, we still haven't seen a 1. Let's see, is 1 one of the options or not? Let's keep going and see if we can get my first to do us a 1. We want to make sure we get the entire range. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got 3 of them. Go from none to a bunch. That's how rolling dice works, right? You never know what's going to show up. So now we have a class, right, that allows us to create objects that do something. What do? They are able to roll. So we can get a new value for the dice. We can roll the dice and get a value for what's showing up.